Hi and welcome back to Talking Tactics. It's been a couple of weeks since I was on the show. Missed you guys.
Welcome back, X.
Good to be back. And we've had two frustrating rounds of IRB Rugby Championship from a South African point of view, with results not quite going our way. Heineke Meyer means for him, though, he's only got 2 matches left in which to, I suppose, choose or decide on his final selections in the lead up to the World Cup. And the one big position that we've been talking about is at centre. He's got 2 youngsters in there, Damen de Allende, and of course he's got Kriel, and we know that Jean de Villiers is on the way back, should be fit to play against Argentina in Durban. But let's take a look at the youngsters, Kaunda, because they've been superb, especially de Allende, because he's had 2 seasons now at the top flight and he continues to impress.
Yeah, he carried on with his super rugby form all the way into the international stage. So far, his stats for the Rugby Championship have been crazy. He's ranked #1 in terms of line breaks. He had 11 carries against the All Blacks, 2 line breaks against them, and at the same time, 6 defenders beaten. Now, in terms of attack, he looks very good, but it's his defense that still worries me a little bit. 6 missed tackles against the Wallabies 3 weeks ago, and then another 2 against the All Blacks. So making him, he's missed the most tackles in the Rugby Championship so far. But in terms of raw talent, this boy is the business.
So you're giving him a big thumbs up in terms of attack, and in defense, perhaps a little question mark. The other young guy, Kriel, he was a surprise selection at centre because we thought he'd be making his debut in the green and gold at fullback, but Heineke selected him at 13 and he's gone so well.
Well, Heineke backed him because of what he had done at SA Under-20 level at outside centre, and he did not let his coach down. No. He is our leading try scorer in the tournament so far, played 2 tests, scored 2 tests already. And then we just look at his numbers. 6 defenders beaten against Australia, 3 defenders beaten against the All Blacks. In terms of clean breaks, 2 against the All Blacks. The one, he bust right in between the guys that have played 55 tests together. That's Nonu and Conrad Smith. And definitely this youngster, he arrived at Ellis Park 2 weeks ago. And of course, with him, missed tackles, a little bit of an issue as well. I still also think they're not playing well in tandem, him and Damen de Allende. But individually, they're definitely shining lights.
So again, in terms of attack, this man gets a big thumbs up from Kaunda. In terms of defense, a little better perhaps the Youthfield than Damian, but it's the synchronicity, I suppose, with his centre pairing. The one man that we've almost forgotten, or we had because of that long-term injury, is Jean de Villiers. He knows all about playing at international rugby, and that's probably, Kaunda, his big strength. Jean de Villiers has come through 80 minutes with Western Province in a warm-up game, which is great, but he is experience personified.
Yeah, most certainly, X. And I mean, in the last 2 games, or the 2 games we've had in the Rugby Championship, we've lacked leadership, in my opinion. And I mean, Schalk Burger, he's a well-known leader in terms of the Stormers setup. It was his first game as a captain for the Springboks. Once or twice, I thought he was found wanting from a leadership point of view. And definitely Jean de Villiers, who is our captain, he'll probably get another chance and he'll be able to shine in terms of leadership. But even though Jean comes with positives, he does come with certain negatives as well. We've taken a couple of clips here. Jean loves to shoot up early, probably to curb the attack early on, or I'm not sure, or to look for an intercept. He did it there, and that opened up, this is last year's Rugby Championship at Ellis Park as well. This opened up a try for Malika Fekitoa because he shot up early. And then there was another one as well, whereby he shot up early to try and stop Conrad Smith early. He missed the tackle, leaving Jan Serfontein in an island on his own. And that opened up Conrad Smith bust a tackle, gave it to Ben Smith on the outside. So him shooting up early and not working well with his centre is a little bit of a problem. But having said that, he does have a lot of experience. I suspect he'll probably play with Damian de Allende in Durban this weekend.
The one big thing about him is it doesn't matter if you throw him in the 12 or the 13 jersey. He's equally adept at both.
No, and Damian as well. I think perhaps for me, I would probably go Damian goes to 13 and Jean to 12 for me for this weekend.
Well, either way, it's going to be interesting because he is supposed to be selected for the test match in Durban against Los Pumas. We'll be looking forward to that one. And hopefully the Springboks can finally get a win in this championship.
We don't want that wooden spoon, X.
We really don't want the wooden spoon. So please win. And thanks for joining us. Cheers.